So last week I posted a video about how I was struggling with weight gain and I was dealing with a lot of nasty eating disorder thoughts and temptations to restrict and suppress my body weight and essentially run back to my eating disorder. I didn't do that, but it was hard, and I want to talk about a few things in particular that have really helped me over the past couple of weeks or so to keep going down the recovery pathway and not run back to my eating disorder. When my weight went up, my eating disorder told me that I needed to lose weight, and it's amazing how right that can feel in my head. Everything would be better if you just lost a bit of weight. And that's the only way to overcome this feeling of discomfort. It's not true. And if your eating disorder tells you that, your eating disorder is wrong. So I've been trying to focus a lot on alternative thoughts and reframing how I feel about weight gain, thinking about weight in a different way. One thing that's helped me is reducing weight to what it was intended to be in the first place, which is just a measurement for science. And weight is just essentially a gravitational force, and society has assigned value to weight. And by society, I mean diet culture. So diet culture makes everyone feel, I think, like having a lower weight is supposedly healthier, but it's not. Basically, gaining weight just means that I'm now a larger assemblage of atoms exerting greater gravitational force. And that's pretty cool. I think that's cool. Weight doesn't determine our worth. Weight doesn't have to have this significance that diet culture has placed on it to make us feel badly about ourselves and sell us diet products. It's just a number. It doesn't hold much meaning at all. I also try to remember along the same lines that my weight is the least important thing about me. Whatever I feel about my body is just a vehicle for my personality and my emotions. In social media and among those of us with eating disorders, there's a hyper focus on bodies, and when it comes to bodies, I feel like it's easy to become quite obsessive about little parts of our bodies that we're unhappy with, or we notice weight gain, and all of that, the size, the shape, a bit more fat here and there, or a lot more to life, as I always say. And what's much more important is that this nourished, healthy body that I'm living in allows me to feel joy, to travel, to develop my passions, to form friendships, deeper friendships, meaningful relationships. None of that is possible if I'm suppressing my body weight, because then I'm just thinking about food and weight the whole time. But if I let that go and just eat and nourish my body and allow myself to just reach my body's healthy weight, I can focus on all these other amazing things and experience lovely emotions. I can experience happiness and join in with people. I mean, gaining weight is so worth it for that. I think it's easy with eating disorders when your weight drops and you see a lower number on the scale. It feels good. There's this instant chemical effect, dopamine release, and it's like, oh, great, like, well done, your eating disorder praises you. But that doesn't last. It's short term. The goalpost keeps moving, and in the end you don't get to experience real happiness. And now that I'm finally at a higher weight, I feel like I can experience genuine happiness, and I actually laugh now a lot, and I smile much more, and life is just so much better. Focus on the fact that it's not about gaining weight, it's about everything else that I've gained because of the extra kilograms. So with the return of my healthy body, I've experienced increases in creativity, happiness, spontaneity, flexibility, so much more. And when I am feeling really down about my body, then writing down these benefits, even though I've done it many times before, writing it down again is both a great distraction and also a reminder to myself to just keep going, because weight gain really is worth it. Another thing that I've been doing the past couple of weeks is every morning just writing down 3 positive affirmations I have about my body. So essentially 3 things that I'm grateful for that my body does for me, because I'm really grateful for my body. My body survived after I put it through the worst of my eating disorder. After starvation and excessive exercise, my body has actually recovered, and that's really amazing, I think. I do really appreciate my body, though it can be hard to come to terms with what my body looks like now. I think expressing gratitude for what my body does regularly, even when I don't want to, even when I'm feeling really kind of crappy, writing down a few things I'm grateful for honestly does help more than I would have thought. Another action is to change your clothes. This actually makes a huge difference. If your clothes feel just slightly tight around your stomach or just somewhere they're not quite fitting comfortably, change your clothes. I did that this morning. I was wearing something else and my jeans they fit, but they didn't really feel good today. So I changed into this loose-fitting top and some looser pants as well, and really makes a big difference. It takes away some of that hyper focus that I have on my body, I think. So don't underestimate the value of a simple change of clothes. So I just got back. I went for a walk with my friend and then we went out for morning tea and we shared a cheese scone with butter and cookies and cream cheesecake, and it was really tasty, kind of challenging for me, especially because a cheese scone and even the cheesecake, they're not things that I would usually order, but my friend suggested them and I'm really glad that I could join in and eat them anyway, even if it's maybe not what I would usually choose. Definitely I had a few niggles about the cream with the cheesecake and the butter on the scone, but I ate them anyway. Opposite action, always my go-to, and I'm really glad that I did. Another thing that has helped me is remembering that the thought that my weight is too high is a judgment. That's a judgment I'm putting on my body. It's unfounded, it's unnecessary, it's not going to make me feel good. It's futile to judge my body for doing what it needs to do for my health. My weight needs to be higher. My body is working really hard to make that happen so that I can live a healthy life. I need to take a step back and try to remove that judgment. On the flip side of the coin, I guess, I worry that others will also judge me for gaining weight. But actually, people don't care. People have their own issues. They don't care if your stomach's a bit bigger. If people do care, if they do say something, one, maybe they know about your eating disorder and they'll be happy to see you in a bigger body, or two, if they're not worth your time. Better off without them. Something else that my therapist suggested to me is to try to focus less on your body, on your weight, but remember your values instead, what you value in yourself, what others value about you, what you value in others. Chances are the value is not thinness or having a low number on the scale. I know that my friends and family don't value me because of my pant size. They value me for my love, for kindness, for generosity. And it's okay to think those positive things about yourself as well. It can feel kind of uncomfortable, but it's important to remember these things. And similarly, I don't value my friends and family for their weight. That's not how I choose my friends. Like I said earlier, my weight is the least important part about me. And for my friends as well, weight is the least important thing about them as well. I don't care how much they weigh. I'm just happy if they're happy. And it works both ways. Another action that helps me time and again in recovery is opposite action. When you're feeling uncomfortable in your body, it can feel really hard to keep going in recovery, and you might think, oh, I'm having a really hard day. Like, I don't think I'm going to challenge myself so much today. In this case, I really do find that opposite action helps. Reminds you of why you're doing recovery. What I like to do is go out for a milky coffee, go out with a friend and get cake. Do something that you would never do if you were restricting, and that really helps to remind you again of the benefits of recovery and really put it into action. And also just remembering that you can sit with discomfort, you can tolerate the discomfort that you're feeling, you don't need to quick fix it, it will pass naturally on its own. The fix for a negative body image day is not to alter your diet or go for a long run, and that can be hard to change when that's what you've done in the past, but that's not going to bring you body acceptance. You can feel uncomfortable with your body and still enjoy life. So I hope those things were helpful for you. I definitely feel a lot better about my body than when I posted last week's video. I still have bad body image moments, of course, but on the whole, I feel a lot better. Like I wrote in my journal yesterday that at this weight, I can eat whatever I want. And it's easy for my eating disorder to undermine how freeing that feels, but honestly, it's amazing. Like, I've worked really hard to get here, and like just being able to eat whatever, whenever, like not thinking about food all the time. I can't say it enough times that it is definitely worth it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for the support. I hope you're doing well. If you're not doing well, pick up the fight. Let's go. Keep going. I'll record again next week. Okay, lots of love. Bye.